received from your meetings with ILO, labor leaders, and the representative of the factory owners?
We are very thankful that we have been received so warmly here by our delegation, but also here from our hosts from the textile and the garment business here in Bangladesh. We are here on a fact-finding mission. We have had previously a group coming from the Trade Committee from the European Parliament, and we are here precisely from the Committee of Development, but also we have some memberships amongst ourselves from the labor and also from the trade. And we are looking into the matter of the textile supply chain, as the European Commission has initiated an idea to come up with a flagship initiative on garment, on the textile supply chain, and this has not been delivered yet, so we had taken an initiative in the European Parliament from the Trade and from the Development Committee in particular, but also from the Working Rights Committee that has been taken up as well. And we are in the middle of the process to now have a resolution in the European Parliament, because we strongly believe that this is a great and an important initiative, as we have had already national initiatives. I'm a member from Germany, and we have the Textile Alliance from Germany, which is also looking towards the garment in particular as well, in particular also here in Bangladesh. And as we learned that it takes a multi-stakeholder process on all sides, amongst the countries, inside the countries, but then also cross-border towards both sides to work on these issues together. We strongly believe that, in particular after, as you mentioned, Rana Plaza happened, but also as we had a new incident in Ashulia, that we should take in this matter together, because in particular the garment sector is one of the most important sectors for exports towards the European Union, but also for this country itself. So this is a challenging situation we have to be confronted together, and we have voted a resolution already in the Development Committee where we took up a new situation. It's called OECD Guidelines for Textile and Footwear, that came out by the beginning of February, and we would like to have that as a binding standard for the European Union. We don't know if we succeed in the European Parliament. The decision on that will be made next month, but also next month, as I mentioned, the Commission will give us communication on this flagship initiative they are now going to launch, and we are looking forward to that. And therefore, coming here, learning about the situation in the country, it's very important. We had a very open and fruitful discussion. Also, the general situation as we look, it's very important to have a very close contact between the government side, between the business side, and the working union side. They have to be on eye level, the same situation, and social dialogue is one of the basic and important situations. We are the party family of socialists and Democrats, where we strongly believe and had our own history that we grow and develop our countries together with very strong unions and working unions. So that has been the history of the SPD in Germany, which is now 154 years old. This has been a close linkage we are still living up to today and feel very important about. It is all on trust on all sides, and there has to be established. We believe that workers' union should and do have a right on collection bargaining, but also have the freedom of workers' union, a situation which has not been accomplished yet, but hopefully will be accomplished also by the training and support of working unions to be able to extend their own ability to strengthen themselves, to build up coalitions amongst themselves and working on it. We have been very thankful for our conversation, where we also talked on the special development zones, the EPZs, where we have been found common ground on the situation that there should not be extra laws. There should be a system, all laws required on the supply chain and the worker situation should be the same. So we call on that here in the government, but also with our interlocutors from the European Union. We know that there has been a three-party consultation process now starting up, and we hope that this is continuously being important to come to conclusion with the open situations. We had already a good conversation with the ILO representatives, who are very keen and also supported by the Netherlands, the UK, and Canada to foresee more and better standards, as not all the ILO standards has been yet accomplished. And we hope that this is going to be able to happen until this summer, to come up with the necessary steps so the business moves towards very successful progress, which has been already taken up. Bangladesh has accomplished a lot throughout the last decades. It has been an enormous curve for the business itself, and we would like to continue that way, but coming up to the standards which are also looking through the environmental standards, the chemicals which are being used on the supply chain are very important as well to take into consideration. But besides that, also looking at how the country has already achieved a great deal on the Millennium Development Goals on education and poverty. This is our goal we have together, to reduce poverty, to build up education, to have this country growing and nurturing, like fostering into the future. And therefore, it is in our understanding to come up also with not only the Millennium Development Goals, where Bangladesh has been most successful on, but also the new goals from the United Nations, the Sustainable Development Goals 2030, could be actually the great framework to include many things which are also here very important for this country. I just mentioned a few of them. One of them is the right of workers' right and to be also be able to express your rules and your rights in that regard. A very important and also crucial issue is the issue of women's rights. The women's rights have not been achieved, but also the payments of women and the education of women needs to be strengthened throughout the world, and this is also one of the processes of the Sustainable Development Goals. Climate is a very crucial issue which also plays into that one, but also urban development and education. So as you see, things go hand in hand, and we would like, on the question of supply chain, on the government to take our rule into that one, and we are very happy that we have a great European representation here who's taking that up from the European Union and is also bringing the different national initiatives and programs together. We are very thankful for that, and also thankful for this dialogue which is happening between the European Union representatives here and the government. And as I said before, we are just starting our visit.